Get YouTube going here. Hope everyone's having a good night. Everyone had a good day, is having a good week. Trending products. I'm just getting YouTube going here, bear with me here. Come on, YouTube. This is gold. Boomer rocks. Up only. I don't know why I can't get YouTube chat working, man. A Bitcoin trader. Yeah. Yeah, man, all those businesses that were buying gold for cheap, you know what I mean? All those businesses you see around towns, you know, we buy your gold. They're all off on private islands at this point. It's wild. There we go. Now I got YouTube chat. So what's everyone doing? Everyone having a good night? Bitcoin flat on the day. NQ futures right now up 0.24. ES up 0.06. Gold up 1.47. What does silver do today? Still reaching, man. It's still up there. Up 5.75. The futures chart, not the spot chart. QQQ and SPDR. Yeah, the Qs and the ES. Or Qs and SPY, whatever you want to say. Let's see. Let's have a little refresh here. So futures a little change. Of course, we got Fed earnings tomorrow. Major tech, or not Fed earnings. Let me slow down. It's been a long day. I haven't been at the computer a long time today. The FOMC meeting is tomorrow, and a lot of major tech earnings. I think Meta, Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, earnings tomorrow. So Microsoft is, already came out here. Meta, Tesla, tomorrow, what do we got? 89 companies, big companies tomorrow. Microsoft, Meta, wait a minute. Why do they have it on here twice? Yeah, tomorrow. So tomorrow's Microsoft, Meta, Tesla. Lots of big ones tomorrow. It looks like, after the market close. What up, Anunnaki? Good to see you. Yep, chat's working, CPX. I don't know, YouTube always changes their back end, so I had to dig for it, but I got it. So we have FOMC tomorrow, lots of earnings. Should be a fun day, should be volatile, though I think we're probably going to be flat on the interest rate decision, right? Yeah, I mean, the market's priced in flat, man, so anything other than that's gonna shoot price up or down. I know you can't see this, so let me scoot it over. All right, this is the CME FedWatch tool right here. So about 95% of the market, 95.6% of the market right now is priced in flat. And I believe it's the same in March, if I'm not mistaken. 81% in March, so kind of right now pricing in flat in March as well. We get into the April meet, it's flat too, man. When does the market expect the next cut? Right now, 50% of the market expects a cut in June. 48.4%. So that's kind of what the market outlook is right now, what the sentiment, what their feeling is. And I think, is that it tomorrow? So tomorrow's the 28th. I mean, there's lots of other stuff, but what's going to really affect the market? Yeah, FOMC. 1300 hours, or you know, East Coast, 2 p.m., 2:30 Powell press conference. We get into Thursday, we have jobs claims. What else do we got? That's really it. Then PPI on Friday. And that's it to round out the week. So busy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Thursday not so much, just jobless claims, and then everything else going on in the world, right? So we're still chopping, man. Still chopping on the Qs, still chopping on SPY. And we've been chopping since what, October? I mean, it's been up and down, but just, I mean, it hasn't been doing this, right? Trading them tomorrow. Good. We'll be here, man. Trade every day. That's how I pay the bills, right? What you looking for? What you looking for tomorrow on the Qs or SPY? Running up into FOMC is usually like, well, look, it, you know, probability wise, when you run up into FOMC, what usually happens, right? You get the rug pulled up from underneath you. What happens when you dump into FOMC, right? And so far, we've been running up into it on the Qs and SPY. Again, that's not trading advice. That's not financial advice. Short, yeah. It hit the all-time highs and formed liquidity sweep in the 1 hour and 4 hour. We're sweeping right now. Well, not sweeping, but I mean, look at what the Qs have been doing. Just higher time frame macro stuff, right? It's like sweep the high, dump. Sweep the high, dump. And we're sweeping the high right now. So, you know, if your idea going into tomorrow, because you got to remember, we need an idea, otherwise we're just trading blind, is, you know, we're sweeping. I got to turn off this magnet mode here. We're going to sweep that high and dump, which we're kind of doing now, you know, and reclaim that level, short it, or whatever your entry model is, right? But there's been a pattern here going back to the beginning of December of just higher high, dump, sweep it, dump, sweep it, dump, and we're sweeping it again. If history's going to repeat, a little resistance there. But who knows? I mean, how far away is the all-time high? It's only 1% away. We could even take that. That ain't far away. We could do that overnight, right? And then, well, yeah, I mean, QQQ and SPD are the same thing, right? It's NQ is just the futures version. I mean, it's the same chart, right? So QQQ looks the exact same as NQ does, right? Maybe not the exact same, because look, this one didn't sweep it. But this swept that, this swept that. The only variation is this. But that's a pretty big variation. Tradable in the futures markets, not tradable in the ETF markets, right? But this moves the same to where it's taken out all of them right now. So, I mean, you know, I mean, here's how I trade, right? Like, I'm looking at reclaiming that level for confirmation, seeing there are in fact trap traders in there. Short it, right? But also, I'd be watching up here. Again, it's only 1% away. Or what is SPDR? Spiderweb? What? Oh, gold shares. Gold. My bad, dude. I thought you were talking about the S&P 500. Where are you going to short this at? Or just hit short. Futures are already kind of pulling back a little bit. Yeah, the ETF trust. Yeah, my bad, dude. I'm just hesitant on shorting gold and silver. For me, these things are just, there's just no levels. It's just high after high after high. Short gold at 10K. Someone said on YouTube. Right. But I'll tell you this, gold hit 5,000 before Ethereum did, right? Little bet someone had in Discord. They said, I bet gold hits 5K before ETH does, and this was like a year ago. When gold was at, or when ETH was in the 4,000s, like 4,500 or whatever it hit. Way back here. And then we got Bitcoin. Bitcoin still in its bear flag, man. Maybe coming back up for a little visit of the 50% mark of the channel there. Maybe, you know, who knows going into tomorrow. Looked a little scary today, like we might lose the bottom of that, but it's hanging in there. Took a little short on Bitcoin today. It's actually my first trade in 2 weeks. January, my behavior that I'm looking for in the market hasn't really paid very much over the last couple weeks. I took a little VWAP sweep short on Bitcoin for about 1%. QQ up 0.3 after hours, yeah. Gonna hit the all-time high before market. What up, Ins? Took out current week high in Bitcoin though, we're holding it. Still SFP possible here. If we can trap some traders, fall back in. Daily low has shifted a little bit lower since I last looked at it. But if we do, where's the liquidity, right? Boom, or the current week low, or last week's low. Be targets for me going into FOMC tomorrow. And hit the all-time high before market, then dump. Someone else asked something else. What did they say? Yeah, Eddie says big earnings tomorrow, yeah, and Thursday. If I missed your comment or you wanted me to look at something, just redrop it. Chat's going fast and it doesn't help that TikTok tells you every time someone joins, so it pushes chat. So current week high, still kind of hanging in there. Continuation, boom, maybe then we go up to last week's high. But a little bit of liquidity up there, plus you got that 50% of the trend. What market am I trading? I trade usually NQ and Bitcoin, more so Bitcoin than NQ. Trade Bitcoin futures. I like how it moves. But if Bitcoin ain't moving, I'll take a trade or two on NQ. trade them the exact same way. That's the beauty about entry models and strategy, right? You should be able to do them on anything. If you can't, you might want to check your entry or your strategy. I go trade orange juice futures, right? You go trade eggs, grain, whatever, Amazon, Tesla. Speaking of Amazon, up 2.6% today. Clean Spark up 7. GM had a good showing today. GM posted pretty good earnings. Don't call it a comeback. Is Intel coming back? Let's retest and support here. Retesting the previous break, right? Resistance, resistance, breakout, back test. Either we're gonna get accepted lower and you short the shit out of it down to like 34 bucks, you know, as your first target, or this holds and we're attacking that high again to go higher, or it's resistance, right? Either way, I think there's a trade in here, either up or down. And those are big moves, man. That's 22% up, 20% down. Or puts or calls, or however the hell you trade. Whatever execution model or execution method you use. A pretty key level for Intel right now. I should clean up this chart a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I don't love the fact that it just swept this high and dumped, but that would be a logical place, you know, for somebody big to exit, right? Where's liquidity? Probably up there. That's back in December of 2023 too. Can you look at IWM? Sure. So just looking at it, strictly market structure, right? I mean, it looks pretty damn good. Are you positioned in this? Are you looking for a position in this? You know, right now, there's the previous high. There's the previous lows. I mean, really, it was a range down here. Kind of bounced around. Took off. You know, would I be absolutely shocked if we actually backtested that breakout? No. And then if the bulls can defend it, again, you're attacking the highs there. And either going higher, range in, but if you slip it and lose it, and this becomes a failed auction or a failed breakout, probably down to support at 244, 245. And same thing there, either it's going to bounce around, you get accepted lower. Where are you attacking? The lows, right? Lows on the way down, highs on the way up. So a couple scenarios there. Looking good so far though. I mean, I just say just gotta hold that kind of 258 level, that breakout there, right? Like kind of like what happened here. So you had resistance right there, right? So it's kind of a similar situation. So resistance, 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 resistance. Breakout, retest, you swept the high, and then it kind of dumped and got accepted again lower. You just don't want to get accepted in the previous auctions. You don't want this to be a failed auction like it was there. So you don't want this to fail like there. You want to see effort and participation increase, go higher, right? Volume pick up. What's the ticker? This is the iShares 200 ETF. Or it's just me, nobody. What are we talking about? What's the ticker? This one right here? So many of them. You know what I mean? Which one? Which one do you trade? Choose funds. Like right here, iShares Russell 2000 Index Fund. I mean, it looks the exact same. A little different, but I mean, the breakout's still the same. The support's still the same. That one has 0 volume. Yeah, it's the same, dude. I don't know why it would be different. It's just like when you look at the NASDAQ versus NASDAQ futures, right? Like the market structure is pretty much going to be the same. You know, the ETFs might be a little bit different, but it's still, the overall market structure should look the same. Thoughts on Microsoft? Let's take a look. So this is what I'm talking about in reverse. So we just looked at IWM, right? So here is the previous auction. Some might call it a bear flag, right? So we dumped, flagged out, lost it. Now we've reclaimed it. Probably going to go back up to that 490 level, the top of the range there. Because now we have what? We have acceptance for 2 days back into the range. We see effort increasing, right? I don't even need to look at volume or delta or CVD or any of that shit just to tell you. I mean, we've been in here for really 3 days, right? So I would assume we're going to go back up to 490 bucks and test that level. And then, you know, if you're in calls or you're long Microsoft and you're hoping it goes higher, you know, you want to see us break up, you know, on a clean, solid retest, break higher, show you that we're accepting higher, and then where you're targeting, right? Next level, right at 5112 there, 511, 512. And then same thing, got a little range there. If we can break higher, where are you targeting? 553. And I didn't see their earnings, but I'm imagining based off of that, they were good. Oh, it's tomorrow, right? That's right. Tomorrow's earnings. So look, if Microsoft has good earnings tomorrow, watch that 490 level for a break. Or it could be resistance. I mean, who knows? I mean, we've seen crazy things in the markets. We've seen NVIDIA post earnings after, you know, good earning after good earning after good earning. And we've also seen it dump on those good earnings. Do you use the knowledge of futures to have a bias the next day? That's a good question. I try my hardest to be neutral in the market. I don't try to have a bias, man. I don't care if the market, that's the thing about, so I have like my portfolio, right? Where I hold whatever in it, you know, and I have to turn, that's like one side of my brain, which is my long-term thinking and my long-term holds. But then I have my like day trader brain, which doesn't give a shit if the market goes up or down, because I'm going to try to make money. I'm going to try to make money either way, right? So my strategy is the strategy and entry model are two different things, right? So my strategy is I exploit liquidity sweeps at weekly and daily highs and lows, right? By trading into opposing liquidity. That's what my strategy is, right? So I only care about extremes. I only care about weekly and daily highs, you know, swing levels, stuff like that. And I don't care if they're above or below, right? So when I chart, I'll show you my, what I had marked out for Bitcoin today. Like these were, I don't care about all these levels. Mostly it's the daily and the weekly. Some of them were to manage the trade that I was in today, but like the high of the trend, last week's high, current week high, right? That's the only thing I really care about above us. And below us, the only thing I really care about is last week's low, this daily swing down here, and the range wick low. That's it. So then I'm looking for my entry model, right? So that's my strategy, right? Entry model and strategy are two different things. Then I'm looking for an entry model, which my entry model is pretty simple. After we break one of these levels, right? These weekly or daily levels, I'm looking for us to reclaim that level with trap traders in the wick or the wick. Yeah, because what happens is, I mean, look how often it happens on Bitcoin. So much, right? It happens on everything, but so much on Bitcoin, right? We broke that daily swing, reclaim the level, short. Swept that one, reclaim the level, trap traders, short. And it just happens over and over again. Here we swept all this. That wasn't a great one though. But this swept the whole range, boom, all the way back to the bottom, right? So my strategy is those higher time frame levels that I've mentioned. My entry model is reclaim target opposite liquidity, verify trap traders that are in there, and usually I use delta candles for that. And I don't have a bias, man. Short term for my day trading, right? It hits a level, I'm looking for my behavior to be confirmed by the market, then I enter. 1% risk. United Healthcare thoughts. There's a good one. Look at that today. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the earnings I did look at. If I'm not mistaken, it was their first revenue loss in 3 years. But on top of that, right, so they kind of had a double whammy. So they had not so great earnings, but then they also, what did Trump announce today? Trump United Healthcare. And if someone knows, go ahead and drop it in the chart. So flat Medicare rate proposal. So United Healthcare, and it wasn't just United Healthcare, it was other insurer stocks as well, slid after the administration kept Medicare at a 0.09 increase next year. Yeah, it was all major U.S. insurance companies today. So Humana saw a 10% fall today. United Healthcare, CVS did as well. So they kind of had, United had a double whammy though. I mean, we were talking about this morning. We trade live in Discord, a bunch of us, and we were talking about this morning, like, I don't know, do we look to buy here? You know, we do have a gap down to 272-ish, 273-ish. You know, maybe we close that out, because, or maybe it just gets defended because it, well, I guess we're partially closing it out now. You can see here, we did close it out technically, but I mean, it's still kind of left a little piece of it there. So I mean, just looking at this chart, I would say watch that 271 level. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets bought up though. I mean, that's a pretty big dump. 20 to 22% dump for United. But I mean, it was not looking the best even before that, right? I don't even zoom out further. I mean, this thing's been dumping since, I mean, really back here's where it started. Where's the first structure shift? In this most recent uptrend, right here. Lost it, back tested it, boom. Little fake out here before the real big dump. That was probably brutal for people. Bet you there was a lot of people offsides on that one. So yeah, I don't know, I'd watch that 275 or that 235 level for potential, you know, and I make an idea, you know, it holds market, like lower time frame market structure shifts up, you see participation come back in on either one of those. But right now, the high to take out again is 361. That's 22% away. Get puts with me on trust. Yeah, I mean, if it loses 235, I mean, what's the next area you're targeting? 168 bucks. You know, maybe 210 if it gets front ran. Sorry, I've lost track of YouTube. What's going on, guys? Micron Technology. Micron Technology. Is that MU? Oof. So what can I say to this? Do you know what like it's pumping its freaking face off. There's no market structure to go off of. It's just up only. I mean, it's almost like when people tell me to look at gold. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to say? Buy it. and sit on it, ride it up to $10,000 or something. You know, I mean, Micron technology looks strong. You know what I mean? Now, would I buy right now if I wasn't positioned lower? You know, I don't know. I doubt it. I'm not buying this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I missed it. Great. I'll find the next one. You know what I mean? I mean, this thing is up 600% since June. Crazy run. Why is it up so much? Micron technology. Chip making. I mean, that makes sense. Right? Chips, RAM, graphics cards. Long that shit. Saw a post today from, I think, Zero Hedge on Twitter, who said, how long before they start selling PCs without RAM in it, or RAM's optional? I like how you said you want to see effort increase. Yeah, Roger. That's a good way to put it. Yep. Thoughts on Tesla earnings tomorrow? Well, let's take a look. Well, I'll tell you this. There's a little bit of a warning sign here, which is we swept everything, right? Now, did people position short, or were they offside? Let's just look real quick. No, they shorted the shit out of that. Yeah, well, I guess here they did. What, did that actually sweep? It did. So that gives me a little pause for the bulls, right? Let me go ahead and remove my drawings. Let's get back to regular candles. You know, right now there's the high, lower high, low, lower low. My guess is we attack the low. If we're gonna bounce somewhere, it's probably gonna be sweeping that or bouncing off of that low. Maybe you get a double bottom, kind of like you did down here, and then you come back up and attack the highs, but it's kind of ranging out right now. Right? So if we lose 417, my guess is coming down here to 385. But if we can get above 448, I think we attack the highs again. So good earnings, bad earnings. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. I don't have a guess on earnings itself, right? I just kind of look at what happens with market structure. You know, I had the flu almost exactly a month ago. I got it. My nose is still running, and my wife got it at the same time, and she's still coughing. Just crazy. Insiders are buying MU now makes me consider. Yeah, I mean, that chart looks insane, right? But all the chip manufacturers, they're all, a lot of them are insane right now. Yeah, foreigners are dumping the dollar like crazy. The dollar's, dude, it's not just that. Look at gold, right? Look at gold and silver. But you're right. We looked at DXY, where we were kind of breaking it down this morning. I mean, look at that, right? So it's, let me get my little range tool here. Oops. But you say be careful. I'm going to take advantage of it. Do you know what I mean? Up or down. I mean, that's the beauty of being, you know, a futures trader or an options trader or playing around in these markets, however you trade them. I just react to what's happening, right? So we looked at this earlier today before it even dumped. I mean, bear flag, lost the bottom of the trend, swept the whole range here. I mean, what's next? How low can she go if she continues lower? I mean, maybe this little range here between 96 and 94, which we're already in it, right? So maybe 94 is the next stop, and you can see here, right? Resistance flagged out for a couple weeks and then pumped, back tested it and ran, right? And even here, boom, support. So I think that $94 level is probably the next one to get tapped. You lose that, then I think you're just back into this auction. Maybe down to 89 bucks. I don't know. I mean, we were just there in 2021. But you're right, man. I mean, that's one of the bargaining chips that a lot of these countries had was dumping US debt on threats of tariffs and stuff, right? I am on TikTok too, yep. To the YouTube crowd. Big game against the Mavs tomorrow. Yeah, dude, they're saying Anthony Edwards is out. Dude, Ant's missed 10 freaking games this year, man. And he was like, he must really be having foot problems. And it's been a rough little stretch for us. Been a rough little stretch for us. Chap out with stock. AA daily, please. What's AA? There's a lot of AAs. Need to be a little more specific. Aluminum alloy, Alcova Corporation. So right now, here's my concern with Alcova. It's not a concern, but here's two ideas, right? So looking at this, I'd have two ideas. I'd have an idea for this breakout holds, because right now we swept into this liquidity up here. You can see what happened. You hit that little pause. I think if you lose 57 bucks, you're back into the previous auction. No bueno. Failed breakout, right? Probably coming back down. But if that holds, right, and we can break up higher from that 65 bucks, I think you got a good shot at seeing $100 again. And that's what level's above us. Nothing. That's it. That's the last level to take out is 100 bucks. I'm not saying it's a straight line up, although it could be, right? Let's look at the volume profile. Boom. Let me just get rid of my drawings here. I mean, there's no volume, right? There's no, I mean, it's volume here. Chop sideways for a long time. It was fast up, fast down. If that level, if this level holds, if $58 holds, right? And we can get another break higher, it could go up quick. It went up quick, it went down quick. So two ideas for you there. You live in that war-torn state. Yeah, it ain't as bad as the news is making it out, man. It's real little pockets of it. They're playing it up, but I do. I live in Minnesota. Ain't as bad as they're saying on the news, man. You know how they be. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not what they're showing on the news. I was born in Hibbing and went to school downtown. Yeah, I grew up in downtown, man. I could walk to downtown from where I grew up. And again, if I did trade BTC today. I don't see a name for you, just emojis. I just took a little short today. It was actually my first trade in 2 weeks. I've had issue after issue with vehicles. My daughter got hit by a UPS driver. She's okay. Fucking around with them and insurance and rental cars. She had to borrow my car. She got it towed in Minneapolis, right? While they towed it, they broke the suspension of my Tahoe. So my Tahoe's in the shop right now. I'm in a shitty freaking rental car. And then she borrowed my, so maybe there is some issues in Minneapolis. Then she borrowed my brother-in-law, my sister's husband's car. Someone broke into it. So it's been like 2 weeks of just hell where I was like, dude, I can't even focus on trading. But I'm back. I did take a little scalp short on Bitcoin today. We ran into VWAP and swept it today. You know, VWAP was like this, swept it, did a little short for 1%, done for the day. Put some money in the account, broke my cherry for 2 weeks. Oh, what up, Ben? I'm Ben too. Yeah, dude, I remember the Metrodome, not Superdome. I remember that collapsing. About to have my first 100K month from trading, bro. Good job, Landon. Good job, dude. Just make sure, you Landon, and I'm sure maybe I'm preaching to the choir here. So excuse me if I am, but take some money out, right? There's no better feeling than when you actually pay yourself. It's like a mental reset. When you can actually take money from your trading account and put it into your bank account and go buy something fucking nice. There's no better feeling than that. Creates all kinds of good habits, and it's just like a good pat on the back. And I'm not saying it needs to be like 50K or whatever, right? Take 10K out, right? Go buy a new TV or some shit. You deserve it, right? Got a truck from other business. Good job, dude. Could I look at gold? Yeah, I've looked at gold. I don't know what you guys want me to say about gold. What can I say about gold? It's up. There's no levels above us. It's gonna continue to go up till it no longer goes up. What you know what I mean? Like, it's like the same thing. Like someone says, look at silver. Like, okay, I can look at it. It's up, and it's gonna keep going up. You know, until it's not. You know, I've had people say, well, I'm looking for a short in gold, and my answer was good luck. Or shorting silver, like good luck, dude. You know, and they were saying that at $50. They were saying that at $60. They were saying that at $70, at 80, at 90, 100. And here we are at $112 right now, right? Fucking buy it and sit on it. I don't, like, I have nothing to say except for we're up till we're not. Like markets, everything's up, right? Everyone's piling into gold and piling into silver right now. And until that changes, how that changes, when that changes, I don't know. All I can tell you is I'm looking for just failure, right? And right now, failure's back at 46K just because they're just straight up green candles, right? So where was the previous breakout? Right here. So that would be the current failure where I'd be like, oh shit. Probably not even oh shit. Same thing with silver, right? Like everyone was freaking out yesterday because silver dipped, what, 9% or whatever it was, and it took it all back today, right? Brother, can you look at LRN, please? LRN, Stride Inc. Is this, oh, okay. I was like, is this? And then zoomed out. Well, I don't know what happened here. I mean, this. What happened there? Whoever asked for LRN, say when. What happened there? Some news, something happened. They got raided by the feds. What happened? There's a big gap. I mean, either they're going to defend it or go back for it, I would imagine. I mean, you got the nice rounded bottom. I'd imagine it's going to go up to 85 bucks here. I mean, this to me looks like maybe we're finding a floor. Maybe it does something like this, and then it's decision time. Do we flip it, close that gap? But I don't know what happened here. I'd have to look into that. Earnings mishap and lawsuit. So I was kind of right. Did they get raided by the FBI? Yeah. And where did it go? Where did it dump to, right? I mean, it found support, swept that. Finding a little bottom here. But I mean, I think that $85 level is key. I mean, obviously there's a lot to go back for if it goes back for it, right? If earnings or something kind of, oh, okay, there we go. We're already kind of in it, huh? Yeah, this kind of paints a different picture. I mean, it's 52% back to it. I think with this one, you'd probably want to watch whatever the lawsuit is, but people are buying it back, man. I mean, it had a crazy pump today. Big old gap up to fill it, though. Right, and we're in that gap right now. Are you positioned in this one? Say when. Nice 53% potential. Potential on that one. How does GME look if it can hold the 200 EME? 200 EMA? GameStop, huh? Well, it's got to hold this. I don't care about the EMA. It's got to hold 19-ish dollars. Little local downtrend, right? So maybe though, starting to see little fake out, break in. Hopefully this isn't faking out and sweeping the highs and going lower, but you gotta hold that $20 level, man. It's nice, round, it's psychological, it's support, 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 support. So far we've taken out this high here, back from December 9th. That's got to hold. If it doesn't, we're probably coming back down to 20 bucks. If that holds and effort participation increases, you're going up to 27, 28 bucks. Right? And then that's the next level of support and resistance. You know, is it going to go back to 65 bucks? Is it going to go back to 120 bucks? I think that's probably hopium. Surprised GameStop's still even in business, to be honest with you. Who goes to GameStop? Maybe I'm just too old. You know what I do when I want to play a game? I download it. Microsoft Paint Pro Gamer. But there's a couple levels to watch, man, and how I'd react to them. Silver crash incoming, dude. When, bro? Sure, one day, someday. But I've been hearing that now since 40 bucks. I've been hearing that, right? Since 50 bucks, I've been hearing that. I've been hearing the same thing for gold. And here we are of 50 something $100 gold and $100 and something silver. It's like, how do you take advantage of it? It looked like a little bit of weakness yesterday. Everyone was freaking out, and then silver took it all back today. I mean, I'm sure at some point there'll be a correction. It's just when. I don't know. When there's more certainty in the markets, well, not the markets. When there's more certainty on the macro scale, you'll probably see a rotation out of silvers, right? When Trump's not threatening tariffs every other day, when, you know what I mean? When there's more certainty, maybe. It's uncertain times. And what do people do in uncertain times, man? They go to what they consider safe assets, precious metals, right? Amongst other things. Bonds, right? Is it too late to get into silver, says Jay? How long is your horizon, your time frame? So here's the thing. Is it too late to get into silver, right? That's the wrong question to ask. And this can be said for anything. Is it too late to get into this? Is it too late to get into Bitcoin? Is it too late to get into Dell stock, Amazon stock? That's the wrong question to ask. You need to come up with an idea, right? And that idea could be simple. Like, I want to see us break higher from here, right? There's the all-time high. We had a little sell-off yesterday. We're pushing it again. My idea is we break up, volumes there. Everything kind of stays the same like it is right now, right? That's the idea. Now you need the market to confirm the idea. But also, where are you wrong, right? So let's pretend, and this is important, and this is why people lose money in the markets, because they don't do this part. Where are you wrong? So let's say price breaks up, you buy silver, or an ETF, long it, whatever, right? And I can't answer where you're wrong, but I'll tell you, if we sweep the high and break back in, I'd probably cover my downside, right? Like, I'm not losing more than 0.5% or 1% on a trade, period. I'm gonna let my runners run, and I'm gonna cut my fucking losses because I can just enter again, period. So I think that's the question. The two questions you need to ask is, what's your idea? Where are you wrong, right? Where's your trade validated and where's it invalidated? So is it too late to buy silver? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, man. Nobody does. Should I cut my losses on RDDT, says Garrett. Burry just came out and said he was super bullish on silver. Uh-oh. The guy who's called 12 of the last 2 market crashes. Reddit, huh? I don't know. Kanye West was giving big props to Reddit. Did you guys see that Kanye took out a whole page in the Wall Street Journal for his apology to say he's not a Nazi and he's not racist, and he said Reddit helped him, the Reddit bipolar communities, which cool. If he got help, cool. If it helped him. I'd be watching that $180, not to get off on a tangent, that $176 level, right? It was the breakout, support. It is a lower high on the extremes, which isn't great. I think if we lose 178 bucks, we're going to 139 bucks because there's the previous auction there, right? Just like there's another one below there. So I'd have an idea or a couple ideas around that $175 level. I think that's where we're going. That'd make logical sense. Where's the market headed right now? Probably there. You know, does it bounce and hold? Does it fail and we go lower, right? That's the question. It's kind of the two that I'm seeing. It fell 8% because an analyst said earnings might be bad. They might be bad, I don't know. Or they might be good. So, I mean, it's also down 26% since here, and it's a high, right? Higher high, and then on the extremes, it's a high, a lower high. So I don't know, call it a range, call it what you want. This is an auction. If that auction fails, we're gonna go into the next auction, which is just a tiny little bitty auction down here. If that fails, we go to here. I'm not saying they're going to, but I'd be watching that $176 level. Hell, I got some Reddit NFTs, dude. Some of the profile ones, when they were doing that, I think they stopped. Christopher Welch says buy mining stocks right now. Yeah, you're right. Physical gold and silver is more valuable than contract rise. Trust and believe me. Yeah, well, some people, you know, that's like saying owning physical Bitcoin is more than contracts. Well, yeah, dude, but it's a lot easier just to trade a contract and make a shitload of money, open it and close it. I can still own silver, right? I can still own gold and trade contracts. They're not mutually exclusive. What are we looking at? This is Reddit stock. How do you protect against your long short position fluctuations? How do you select your stop loss limits? Man, that's a loaded question, Axelrod. That's a loaded question, man. How much time you got, brother? Don't lose more than 1%. If you have to ask that question, don't lose more than 1% on a trade. Do you know how to figure out? So your stop loss does not affect how much you lose on it. Well, let me back up. 1% is like the gold standard of the industry, right? That's, you know, hedge funds, institutions, most traders will tell you the same thing. Can you take on more or less risk depending on this and that? Once you get more experience, sure, right? But do you know, let me find my little trading cheat sheet here. The easy formula to figure out stop loss. Here's a little lesson for everyone. I'm giving it away here. So your risk dollars is just your account size times 0.01. Take a screenshot of this, right? That's it. That's how much you're risking. If it's a $10,000 account, it's $100, right? That's how much you're risking. Not using, but risking. You cannot lose more than $100 on the trade. And then your position size is simple. You just take this, right? Risk, so account size times 0.01, which you should be able to do that pretty quickly. 1%, I mean, it's basic math, times the stop distance dollars, right? So if your stop loss is $500 away, $1,000 away, just divide the two. There's how much money you use, right? That's it. So I'm going to show you an example of that. So let's say my idea for Reddit right now, let's just say, is I want to go long off of this support. Not financial advice. I'm just saying, let's use this as an example. And then my stop loss is going to go where the trade's invalidated. Maybe I think it's going to go below that gap or something, wherever it's going to go. Do you know what I mean? So then I'm going to take the long and short tool. I'm going to put it where I'm going to enter. I'm going to put my stop loss where the stop goes, and it's $13 away. Does everyone see that? $13 away. That's what this tool is measuring. My stop loss is $13 away from my entry, or wherever you put it. So then if you have a $10,000 account, right? $100 is 1% of that. So then you're going to take that $13 and divide it by, so I'm going to take my risk dollars, which is 100, and then I'm going to divide it by 13. So that's 7.69 shares of Reddit that I'm going to use. Or I can do the dollar amount, which is you know, from a margin standpoint, how much money you should be using on the trade or risking of your own money. So 7.69 times 176, $1,353 of your own money, right? I target a 3-to-1 risk to reward, Garrett. I don't get out of bed for less than that. Not that people can't and don't, right? I mean, there's plenty of traders out there who target 1 or 3, but 3-to-1 is and I'll show this again if anyone wants to take a screenshot of this. But this is like a super easy formula to figure out how to be properly risked, how pros do it, right? And why do we risk 1% on an account? Does anyone want to guess why 1%? Well, let's look at it. How about if you risk 10% on an account every single trade? Yeah, the trading journal's for sale. Say when it's on the site. I'll show you the new one here. Let me finish this, say when, then I'll show you the new trading journal. If you're risking 10% on every single trade on your account, you can only lose 10 times in a row. And hopefully you don't. And then your account's gone, it's blown up. If you're risking 1%, you have to lose 100 times in order to blow up that account. And protecting your downside is more important than winning, right? You're a risk manager first. You're not, when people ask me what I do for a living, I'm always like, first of all, because I know if I tell them I'm a day trader, then that turns into a what should I buy conversation. So I tell them I'm a risk manager. No one knows what the hell that is. But you're a risk manager first. Warren Buffett's golden rule of trading, don't lose money. His second rule is never forget about rule number 1. Right? And then to answer your question, so what if you lose that trade? Do you re-enter the same entry once you find a good entry? Says Eric. That's a good question. These days, I never enter the same. I used to. Here's what I used to do. Eric. When I first started trading, right, I would enter, get stomped out, enter, get stomped out, enter, get stomped out. I'd have 5 stomp outs in the same area. If I enter and I am wrong, that's the market telling me something. Just chill out, dude. Right? Let it develop a little bit more. Maybe the timing is off. Maybe the context was off. But no, I know what happens when you do that. I'm over trading when I do that. Now, there's always another trade. That's one thing you have to come to terms with. That trade wasn't for you. It's really easy to go on tilt though, and I know that from experience. I used to get so tilted, man. I'd have huge drawdowns. I've blown up accounts, man. When I first started, I've blown up so many accounts. So these days, nah. And these days, I'm like, I'll show you the trading journal now. Say when, and it's gonna be kind of hard to see here. So we added a new thing here, where it's max trades per day, ideally. For me, it's 1. For some people, it might be 5, 10. Some people are crazy scalpers, right? I'm looking for 1. I got, it's not Russian roulette, but I got 1 bullet in my revolver, and I want to take 1 shot. That's it. That's all I want to take. I'm looking for an A+ trade that I can get in, be done by 10 a.m., and fuck off for the rest of the day. Some people, it's different. I know, like my buddy who runs this with me, Donkey, he can sit at a computer all day. I can't. I get bored, man. And when I get bored, I overtrade. So I think it depends on the individual. Yep, D-Baby says you'd be out of money fast, but only when you're wrong. Most of the time, with 1%, you could lose 50 trades in a row and still have half your account. 100%, Steven. The first half hour of the day, says D-Baby. I've already looked at AA junior samples. I do not trust trade bots, Steven. So what if you lose the trade? Do you no. So say when, yeah, the journal's done, brother. Lots of new stuff on the dashboard. God, it sucks. Just so you guys know, I have a giant monitor in front of me, but because I'm streaming vertically, I can like my screen is just this big, like what I'm actually looking at. So let me, I don't even know how to switch freaking tabs here. Oh, there we go. Added a lot of new stuff to the dashboard. Lots of new stuff on here. I mean, this thing is insane from a trading journal standpoint. And then we added levels. So it's not only, it's like 2 things in one now. It is now what's your strategy and what's your entry model? What levels work for you? Like my trade today, we just released this, so I only have one trade log so far. It was the trade I took today. I took a short off of the daily VWAP. We swept it by less than 0.2%. Was my confluence. We moved fast through the level. A candle wiggle, which is something that I look for. That's that exchange of orders, and then absorption, right? And then over time, I'll be able to know like what levels are good for me, what levels are bad for me, what confluences show up more often than not. What happens when I lose? Maybe I suck at London low or something like that. And it's pretty sweet, dude. So check it out. I'm confused with all the concepts in smart money. What do I do? Stop learning smart money concepts because it's meant to be fucking confusing so people can sell courses. That's the point. Someone invented smart money concepts to sound smart to stupid people to sell courses. They renamed concepts that have been out for, it's the ICT too, right? They renamed all the concepts that have already been out there and easy to understand and easy to follow to sound like an authority in the space, because if I can confuse you, right, then now I can sell a product to you, right, which is courses. We have a free course where I'm not going to charge you $1. If you want to know the basics and the fundamentals, just hit the link in the bio, man. TacticalEdgeTraders.com. No, doesn't cost you $1. It's we're not course sellers, man. TacticalEdgeTrading.com. Hit the training grounds. We start from very, very basic, and we're working, and I'm not gatekeeping nothing. I'm never going to charge for a course, ever. I'm going to give it to you straight, give it to you raw, give it to you based on 10 years of experience, and then this is what I do every single day in the markets. No overcomplicated language, no overcomplicated nonsense, no fake, authority bullshit, not gatekeeping nothing. Super easy to understand. No fancy words. We're not collecting Pokemon cards. We're just teaching trading, and it's 100% free. TacticalEdgeTraders.com. That's how do I remind you of James Hetfield? I'll take that, dude. I went to the Metallica concert last summer at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and it was a terrible experience not because of Metallica, but because of the stadium. We were literally right at the stage, and US Bank Stadium, which is where the Vikings play in Minneapolis, is all glass. So the sound just freaking bounces right back to the center. It was not a good experience, which sucks because I love Metallica. Do I make people pay to play with you? I don't know what that means. D baby. What up, Eddie? We were just talking about this my last stream. How everything is just renamed and sold. Yeah, dude. ICT and smart money concepts. Like what's a fair value gap? The single print. It's what they've been using in Forex forever, right? And now they got crazy names for divergences and liquidity sweeps. It's like, what are we even doing, dude? They're just overcomplicating it to sound like an authority in the space to sell you something. It's false confidence is what it is, right? What else, guys? What time is it? 7:05. So big day tomorrow, like we said, lots of earnings, Meta, Microsoft, others. We got FOMC. Like, how many people make you pay to trade for their firm? I don't trade anyone's money but my own, D baby. I wouldn't want that. I trade my own money. I don't do prop firms. Not that they're necessarily bad for new traders, but I ain't giving 10%, 15%. I am playing 10 or 15% back. Like, why? But if you don't have a lot of money and you're starting, should say you shouldn't use prop firms. You're starting. Here's the thing, dude. People get addicted to prop firms, right? That's how prop firms make money. Here you go. There's a little Enter Sandman for you. But yeah, anyways, enough tangent there. Prop firms are, man, people are addicted to that shit. That's how people make money. Dude, that's how most influencers make money, is off of prop firms, right? Most trading influencers. because these people are just failing after failing. They're addicted to losing, man. They blow up account, sign up again, blow up account, sign up again, blow up account, sign up again, and rinse and repeat. You shouldn't be starting with money. You should be starting paper trading. This is the only, as far as I'm aware, only profession where you can actually lose money. What up, Shumel Matin? What up, London? Time is it there? It's like 7 hours ahead, right? 2 o'clock in the morning, dude? Go to bed. What are you doing? Watching me at 2 o'clock in the morning. I appreciate it, though. Never done a prop firm before, which had to pay to lose when I was trying to learn. Yeah, just use paper money. Like, it's okay. Like the trading and learning the trade is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're not going to get rich overnight. If you're doing this to have a penthouse in Miami or a Lambo, you're probably wrong. I'm doing this so I don't have to ask a grown man permission to pick up my daughter at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's it. I don't have a Lambo. I don't have a Ferrari. I have a Tahoe. My biggest flex is I got 7 kids, right? I basically got 7 Tahoes, or seven Lambos. Pays my bills. Affords me some sort of okay things. When creating positions to benefit off of earnings, do you execute the day of or advance for better price action? Man, that's a very, very, very nuanced question, man. So it depends. I think a lot of times, I think it depends on what you're trying to capture, and most people mix these up, right? So positioning in advance, early participation. It's not a bet on the result. It's a bet on what's happening with price, right? So I think it always all boils back down to what structure doing. What did we take? Where are we headed right now? You know, a lot of times you look at like NVIDIA, you look at like their earnings. You know, if you see us running up into news, Eddie, what usually happens? If you're still watching, Eddie, what happens when we're watching some big event or earnings and prices just ripping up into them? What usually happens? We dump, right? And same thing in the other direction. What happens when we're dumping into like a Mag 7 earnings call? Like, what's happening there? What's the actual act? Right? They're trying to shake out retail. They're trying to go grab liquidity somewhere, take orders to position, and we go up. That's such a tough question to answer on a YouTube stream or TikTok. It depends. There's lots of nuances there. You can do day of or after, but you still got to know levels, how to trade. It's not an easy thing to answer, man. What up, Libya? Almost 3. QQQ. Is it gonna hit it? Why don't I see 635 on QQQ trending? Do I have a setting wrong or something? It says it hits 632. Like, I can look at the futures on NQ. I can see that it's, you know, it's pumping. Oh yeah, look at that. Still going. Oh yeah, I thought I had overnight on. Why isn't it showing? I mean, let's see, settings. And where do you go? Trading? No. Status line. Where's that setting again? Maybe I gotta click the candles. I don't know why I don't see it. YouTube is saying, or TikTok, no audio detected. Dude, I've been talking this whole time. Like, I thought it was here. Time zone, default, precision. Like, usually it says extended hours, right? Yeah, but where's he seeing 635? Unless you're just talking about that level. Futures markets are open. They're taking away. And it's pushing. NQ's pushing, man. Futures are up. ES is up. Gold's up. I mean, shit. Gold just hit a new all-time high, right? On the futures markets, 5,200. Oh, you check on Robinhood. What up, Nade Fade? What up, Nader? See you joining, dude. Just when I'm about to get off and go eat dinner. Guys, I think that's gonna do it for me. I've been live for an hour. Hey, do you do live trading? I do in Discord, man. I don't do live trading on... That's how I make money, man. I don't make money with 50 people watching me on YouTube, right? I gotta pay my bills. We do live trading in Discord. That's the only thing that I gatekeep is live trading. Everything else we do is free, live streams, all of our trainings we offer. We even do free meets on Sundays in Discord, and then occasionally other days throughout the week. The only thing that I charge for is to live trade with us, and that's because I don't want 1,000 idiots in there asking questions or mouth breathing in the mics. I only want serious people in there. That's the only thing we gatekeep is live trading. And it's not a signals thing. We don't give signals. It's not what it is. So if that's what you're looking for, that ain't us. It's just live execution. We hang out together. It's like a boys club, man, and some girls. There's some girls in there too. Don't get it mistaken. Beth, if you're watching, what's up? I think I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I need to eat. It's been a long day. I've been at the computer since, well, not since 7:30, but I was at the computer at 7:30 this morning, my time. Be back there in the morning. I will be live again tomorrow night, guys. Smash that follow button, subscribe, turn notifications. The only person who gets to mouth breathe the mic is Geezer John. Yeah, for sure. Is that Caden? Who is that? Who is TDR KCL? Caden, is that you? That looks like your little smooth face, can't grow a beard self in your little profile picture. Dude, hold gold till it's, you no longer, I mean, it's up. It's gonna keep going up till it doesn't. I mean, if you look at the hour chart on gold, right? There you go, hold gold until it cracks that. Or if you got a good position in it, hold it till it cracks that or comes back down here. Like, it's just up, right? Market structure is just higher high, higher lows all the way up. There's been like no shift down. I'm out, guys. Have a good night. Hop in Discord, tacticaledgetraders.com. Join the free community, free trainings. Don't charge $1 for anything except for trading live with us, because I don't need a bunch of mouth breathers in there. Appreciate y'all. You'll have a good one.